Hello everyone. In this video, we'll talk about Kurt Lewin's three stages of change. Now, Kurt Lewin was a psychologist who analyzed what drives behavior of people, what is it that creates habits, what is it that can be used to change habits of people. And some of his ideas have been used in variety of scenarios, and those same ideas, the three stages of change of behavior that happens in people, can be applied to organizations. Why? Because organizations are social entities. That means that organizations are comprised of people. Once you take away all the machines, all the infrastructures, what is remaining that actually constitutes an organization is its people. So, if organization is comprised of people, to bring in organizational change, you need to have the understanding of the various aspects of change that are effective when it comes to people. So, let's look at what the three steps of change are. So, here you can see there are three stages of change. It is pretty easy to remember: unfreeze, change, and refreeze. So it's very easy to remember Kurt Lewin's three stages of change: unfreeze, change, and refreeze. And since the idea of frozen or freeze comes in here, let us equate that to some ice cubes. So on the right side, you will see there are some ice cubes there. Now these are cubes. That means they are like square on each side. And I want to insert these ice cubes into this bottle. But do you notice the bottle, the mouth of the bottle is round, and this cube seems to be, you know, not really suited to go into the bottle. But I still need to get it into the bottle. So what do? I start pushing the ice cube and jamming it into the bottle. What will happen to the ice cube? The ice cube may break. I will. It might. The bottle may break. Lots of things can happen. Is there any other way to get these ice cubes into the bottle? There is. First, you let it melt in a small bowl or a cup, and then you pour it out into the bottle. And if you want it to be ice again, you can put the bottle in the refrigerator and it will become ice inside the bottle in the shape of the bottle now. So, if you apply it to human behavior, to change a human behavior, you need to unfreeze first. You need to change their comfort level with the current scenario or the current situation. Only then can you apply the steps of change. And once the change has happened, you refreeze it. That means you ensure that the new behaviors that the human beings have learned are now the new normal. So this is the important contribution of Kurt Lewin. The understanding that change does not happen by simply putting in the steps of change. Rather, you have to shake the equilibrium and create discomfort for human beings to exist in a certain state. And only then will they move to the next state, which is change. And once you have the change, you can then refreeze it. Now, even though I said discomfort, it could be also dissatisfaction with the current state. Now, imagine I want to improve my health and fitness. So I decide I want to get up and go running in the morning, maybe jogging in the morning. So I set an alarm for 4 o'clock, 4 a.m. in the morning, and I sleep. So it's easy, right? I just wake up when the alarm goes off, I put on my jogging shoes, and I can jog. Simple as that. But for human beings, it is not so simple. In my case, what would happen is I would wake up early morning, the alarm goes off at 4, and I will shut that down and go back to sleep for a little bit more, which ends up eventually me waking up at 6 or 7 and then not having time to jog. This can repeat a few days, then suddenly work might come, and then I postpone this for a week, and then this keeps on going on. The change has not happened in my behavior. But if I really want to get started with running, and I understand that unfreeze is the most important step before you implement any change, I can possibly pay my kids $100 or $500 and tell them that if they see me sleeping after 4 a.m., they can fill up a bucket of water and pour it on me. And they will be happy doing that. They'll enjoy doing that, in fact, and they might get up early to ensure that I wake up. And they will pocket the money that I give them as well. So if I am if I am sleeping and they pour a bucket of water on me, the reasons why I need to go back to sleep are destroyed. One, because the bed is wet, the mattress is wet, I am wet, and I am shaken out of sleep. I'm no longer sleepy. Now the only option that is left is to go running, and I might actually start running because of that. So that is just an example. Seems a little drastic, but then just to help you understand that real behavior change has to be affected by first the unfreeze. Now, to support this theory, he also put together something called a force field analysis. Now, force field analysis, here you can see there is the equilibrium state, which is the red line, and there are two types of forces acting on it. There are the driving forces and the restraining forces. Now, imagine, I believe you might be sitting somewhere. While you are sitting, you are in a state of equilibrium. Now, there are two forces acting on you. There is the gravitational push pushing you down, and then there are the restraining forces that is given or affected by the legs of the chair that is pushing you up. So the restraining forces of the chair legs are actually powerful enough to combat the gravitational pull, and they cancel each other out, and hence you are in equilibrium state. If I need to make you fall down, I can either weaken the restraining forces, that means weaken the legs of the chair, or I can increase the intensity of gravitation, and that might eventually break the chair and I'll be on the floor. So this is the force field analysis. Again, if you see, you have to either increase driving forces or reduce restraining forces to change the equilibrium, to have the unfreeze situation take effect. So this is the beauty of Kurt Lewin's three stages of change. It comes from a deep understanding of human behavior. As long as the human being or groups of people are in their own comfort zone, are in a state where they feel that they are secure or safe, they do not take action. There has to be extra effort to increase the driving forces or reduce the restraining forces so they can take the necessary action to move ahead. So I urge you to read a book called Who Moved My Cheese? This is all about change management by Ken Blanchard. And that will also give you a lot of insights on how change is affected in human beings. Thank you.